my Dougie, my Dougie, my Dougie, my Dougie, my Dougie, my Dougie, my Dougie. She say she like my Dougie, I'm fresh, my Dougie, I'm fresh, my Dougie, I'm fresh, yep, fly in the motherfucker, Dougie, my Dougie.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I had met Lil Will, man, Cottonmouth. I done Cottonmouth. I done the majority of the production on this album Cottonmouth had called King Kong Cotton, right? And there's one song in particular called Elbows Out the Window with Charlie Boy, right? I did the track for that or whatever, so Cotton was shooting a video to it at this club out here, and like, man, I want you to be in the video, whatever. I went down there and I got in the video, and that's when he introduced me to Lil Will, and then Will and them started coming through the studio, recording, what I'm saying, mixtape stuff, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Then one day they came through with this Dougie thing, man. We set up in there, did it. Next thing I know, it took off. You feel me? Like, about a week later after, about a week or two later after we did the Dougie, we did Bust It Wide Open. Both those songs ended up taking off, and I guess the rest is history, Yeah, it's a simple kind of thing, too spectacular, you know what I'm saying? So.
Was the melody the first thing that came to mind when you,
well, actually,
they catch your melody?
Like they already had the melody. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really not actually, in all actuality, there's really not a melody in that song. You know what I'm saying? And that track and that record right there, there's really not a melody. It's more, it's kind of like, just sounds interacting with each other, but there's really not a specific melody line in that track. So, but they had the basic scheme of what was going on, so we just, got in there and embellished on that and put it together. And that's what it ended up being. So, I think it was kind of like, I think, it was just. It was just one of those things, the right song at the right time. You feel me? And just, one of those things, man. The song accompanied with the dance and the whole. It was something new. It was something fresh. It was something. It was just the right song at the right time, man. And that's kind of how all of them are. The right song at the right time. Because it could be right, if it could have been that song at a different time, and it may not have done, or accomplished what it accomplished. You feel me? So. I was the first one that I tagged though. I tagged the Bust It Wide Open and the little old song. What is it? Bet You Can't Do It. And I used another tag on that because I was still in the process of figuring out what tag I was gonna go with, because that was really before. That was before. Everything had just caught on fire, man, so to speak. But on the little old song, Bet You Can't Do It, I used
Big E on the beat.
I used that tag right there.
Big E on the beat.
And that was who was that? That's Rashida saying that she came through the studio, did a song with an artist out here, and I got her to drop a tag because I was. Actually, I liked that tag better, but it just happened that the It's a Big E beat was all over the radio, all over the TV or whatever. So that that's what
took it and ran with it.
Yeah, I'd be a fool. I would have been a fool not. Everybody, was familiar, man. It's a trip when you sit there, man. Something that you put together in 5 minutes or whatever. You really didn't give any afterthought to. Kind of takes off like that. You see this shit all over the TV. You see it, you hear it every time you step in the club. You hear it all over the radio. And then not only that song, but you're hearing, damn near every time, man, it's cracking, man. It's a Big E beat. It's a Big E beat. And people are real familiar with the music and they're loving the music, and they just like, yeah, wow, woo woo. You know, it's kind of, you know, all that is a trip. Part of music, you know, man, you know, you hear, hey man, such and such got an album coming out, man. Hey man, motherfuckers was, you know, the record store liable to open up at 12:01, man. Motherfucker, the fucking line to be around the corner. Motherfuckers go cop a, you know what I'm saying, the Chronic or whatever. You feel me? Snoop's new album. New E40 album, whatever it was. Nas, you know what I'm saying? Nas' new thing, whatever it was. You know, cats was lining up, anticipating that stuff, man. And you know, when you got the album, man, you bang that album, man. You bang that album for months. I remember, man, when the Chronic came out, man, I glued that tape in my tape deck, Jack. You feel me? I glued it in there. I put the tape in there, and I glued the tape door shut. You feel me? It's like I wasn't taking it out. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker just kept playing. You feel me? The Chronic until that motherfucker ate the tape up. Crack that.
They don't know nothing about eating the tape up nowadays.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's how it was back then. Man, the Chronic lived for a long time, man.
Still is.
You know what I'm saying? They had, let's see how many videos they shot off that album. They shot, okay, let's see, had a strong run. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dr. Dre hasn't dropped the ball by any stretch of the imagination, but Dr. Dre, like you know, had a, you know, like when Dr. Dre was with NWA, producing for NWA and
all in house,
you know, the Death Row and all of that, you know, and then you know his own label Aftermath. You know, Dr. Dre, you know, had like 10 years or better of straight just dominance. You feel me? Like when you couldn't, man, you could not turn on, you could not, Dr. Dre was everywhere. You feel me? And so like when you, and everything Dr. Dre touched was a hit. You know what I'm saying? So like, and not only was it a hit, but Dr. Dre was responsible for a whole genre of music. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole genre of rap, rather. You know what I'm saying? And so, like he was responsible for that sound. So that, but you know that kind of thing is much more difficult to do now. You know what I'm saying? Because music turns over so fast. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't.
Attention spans
like, it's real short. People don't really, you know, develop. You know, it's hard to develop a real solid following now. You know what I'm saying? Like it was back in the day. I remember back, you know, before the album lasted so long, and it was, you know, it was such good music, man. And you know, you just don't have that these days, man. You know, albums. You know, the turnover is so fast, man. The cats barely. Like, man, that album, man. Didn't you have an album coming out like 6, 7, 8 months ago? You know what I'm saying? And cats ready to drop another album. You know, people don't really have time to live with the music and to, you know, to live life with the music, man. And that's the thing, man. Like, music is the soundtrack of life, bro. Like this rap music, like I can document my life. A lot of it has to do with see, like back in the day, you feel me? Like when you go get an album, like it's okay, bam. Like say you go buy a Rakim album. Rakim's personal life was like a mystery to you. Like who this motherfucker was. You feel me? Oh, yeah, this motherfucker is got some bumping shit. You feel me? This shit is bumping, man. I love this. I love this music, right? But like you wasn't all involved in a motherfucker's personal life. You feel me? Like it is now. Like you go on TMZ, Media Takeout, World Star, Hip Hop, all this shit, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers got a camera in their face all the fucking time. You feel me? And motherfuckers on these reality shows, and then you really get to know these motherfuckers as people. or whatever the media is putting out there, whatever image the media is putting out there for you to know. And then that kind of like takes the that takes the separation out of it. You feel me? Like it takes the artists, whatever realm of art. You feel me? Most artists are fucked up, and if you got into their personal life, you wouldn't like these motherfuckers. You feel me? And so whenever you have kind of like whenever you have carte blanche access to a motherfucker's life, you feel me? You start looking at him, oh man, I don't like this, oh man, fuck this, oh man, I don't listen to that shit. Well, why don't you listen to it? Well, because it's not jamming? No, I don't listen to it because this motherfucker's an asshole. Oh, punk motherfucker, I don't listen to his shit. You feel me though? And so that kind of takes away, that's one thing that kind of takes away from the impact of the music, because now you're not looking at it as you're not looking at it and listening to it for the sake of the music. You looking at it and listening to it for the sake of who this motherfucker is. You feel me? And that's not a good thing, man. You know that clouds it. When I actually, you know what I'm saying, got in the game in this music game, and I started working with different people and being around different artists that I was maybe a fan of before. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to listen to some of these motherfuckers' music after I met these motherfuckers. Like, man, this motherfucker is a complete fraud. You feel me? Or this motherfucker is this motherfucker's out of his fucking mind. Or what type of motherfucker is this? And then that kind of like, so that's human nature. You feel me? So like when you give the general public or the buying public that much access to a motherfucker's life, they're gonna feel the same way too. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And so it takes the separation out of it. You feel me? And there has to be some type of gap between the artist and the fan. Not a gap as far as the artist interacting with the fan, but a gap as far as you don't need to know all the personal points of this motherfucker's life. You don't need to know it. You don't need to see it. You seeing this shit, man, motherfucker didn't, work with all them cats. I like to say, motherfucker work with the top of Texas. You know what I'm saying? Because once you did, work with Bun and Pimp C and that whole thing right there, and a lot of stuff, man. Shit, that's the top of Texas, homie. You know what I'm saying? That's the top of Southern music, really. You feel me? And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you know what I'm saying? The Bun B, Pimp C, Zero, done a lot of stuff with Zero, Mike Jones, of course, like The Road, from around here, worked on his second album, of course, all the Little Wheels, and all that kind of stuff, the ESGs, the Twister, you know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, did some stuff on a Rap-A-Lot, on the Rap-A-Lot 25th with Waka Flocka, Juvie, them, Manny Fresh, shit, man, everybody, man, you know what I'm saying? And of course, got some stuff coming up. I don't like to jinx the future, you feel me? But you know what I'm saying? Some real hard stuff coming up. And you know what I'm saying? Like, just really, man, expanding the brand, man, venturing out, keeping it in their face and keeping it in y'all's mouth. You feel me? So that's what it is.
Who you liking producing wise, right? There's a lot of new guys out there,
There's a lot of motherfuckers. You feel me? Like, so many motherfuckers, the name escapes you sometimes. The names escape you because shit, man. I like those boys. I like those Olympic cats. The
Justice
Olympics.
League.
Yeah, the Justice League. You know what I'm saying? But they not new, so they've been around. But the Olympics, man, I really like their shit, man. Those boys, man. And this cat, man. Who else? Farhad working on his album, man. You know, I can't really recall all the names now. You know, I like their stuff, man. I like. There's a couple of guys. I mean, I just can't recall a lot of these cats' names because I don't know a lot of their names. You feel me? But you know, there's a lot of young cats out there making a lot of nice shit now. You know what I'm saying? So you know, these cats are digging in these crates, man. These cats are putting some real fly shit together, man. And you know, like I like a lot of these little young producers out there now, man. I think they you know, they're doing their thing, man. And you know, I like young cats, man. And I'm grooming, coming up, you know what I'm saying, to you know, like a production team kind of thing, man. So, you know, we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna really run hard at this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, get these placements, man, and you know, put it in their mouth, man, and get this money, man. And I'm dipping, man. You feel me? To